Okay, before we move on to study the fourth C, which is cut, I want to spend a little bit of time talking about the interaction between color and clarity, and also build out a pricing matrix that covers both of these factors in one table. Above you see first a study of the effect of color on price, but studying that relationship for different levels of clarity. What you see is that for very clear diamonds, such as flawless or internally flawless, drops in color have a much bigger impact on value than similar drops in color for lower clarity stones. For example, while an H color stone could be expected to be worth approximately 62% of a D colorless stone, if we look specifically at flawless diamonds, an H is probably only worth about 48% of a D. Whereas if we look specifically at SI1 diamonds, an H is probably still worth almost 80% of an SI1D. This is because there just isn't that much of a market for a flawless diamond of poor color. Think about it. If a buyer is insistent on a flawless clarity, then their willingness to budge on another important factor like color is probably also very limited. In the bottom matrix, we see a very similar pattern when we study the effect of clarity on diamonds of different color grades. Here you see an SI1D is only 41% of the value of a flawless D, but an SI1H is still worth nearly 70% of a flawless H. I'm not exactly sure what to say is the lesson for the shopper out there, but to me it says a couple things. One, if for some reason you really don't care about one of these values and do care about the other, then you could save a lot of money buying some oddly out of whack diamond that is exceptional on one scale and only good on another. Or two, and probably more rationally, it probably makes sense or makes the most sense to compromise on these factors somewhat proportionally. A little here, a little there, to save on budget, but still get a great stone that's balanced and will appraise well and please the wearer.